Welcome to the Deep Dive. Today, we're really digging into 28 Mont Kiara, MK28 as it's known. It's a freehold luxury condominium, which, means you own the land itself. Pretty valuable in KL, right in that prime expat area.
That's right, a key spot.
Our mission for you today, simple. Cut through all the info out there and get you the core insights, whether you're looking at it as an investment or maybe, just maybe, as your next home.
Yeah.
And here's something pretty surprising, get this. Every single unit has its own private lift lobby.
It does. That's quite a feature. It immediately signals privacy, exclusivity.
So what really makes MK28 stand out? What's its unique selling point?
Well, I think it has a really distinct value proposition. It's not just another luxury condo. You've got these exceptionally large standard units, first off.
Right.
Then there are the facilities, really extensive, sort of resort style. And importantly, it's backed by an award-winning property management team.
Right. Management is key.
So for you listening, we're focusing on, let's say, stable rental yields if you're investing, and the actual quality of life if you're thinking of moving in.
Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah.
So let's talk about living there. You mentioned the private lift lobby, which sounds great for privacy. But what really defines the resident experience, especially for families?
It really starts with the space, honestly. The units are generous. We're talking 2,535 up to 3,000 square feet.
Wow.
Typically 3+1 or 4+1 bedrooms. And it's low density, only 6 units on each floor.
Okay. So it feels less crowded.
Exactly. That plus the private lobbies makes it feel like a real sanctuary. Quiet. And think about post-pandemic life. All that space is perfect for home offices or just, room to breathe.
Yeah, I could see that. Having a dedicated office space without sacrificing a bedroom, that's a luxury these days.
It really is.
So beyond the units, you mentioned resort-style facilities. What does that actually mean on the ground?
It's pretty comprehensive. There's a huge main pool, bigger than Olympic size, actually, plus a separate 50-meter lap pool. 2 pools. Okay.
Yep, 2 tennis courts, an indoor basketball court, believe it or not, even an indoor golf simulator.
Indoor basketball.
Yeah. And for kids, a water playground, a nursery. But it's more than just the list. The management team is quite active.
How so?
They use these spaces to build community. They organize social events, which helps foster this strong international expat community feel. That's a big draw for people moving in.
Right. Community matters. And practically speaking, what about location? Day-to-day stuff.
That's another big plus. It's incredibly walkable to top international schools, Garden International, Mont Kiara International. They're right there.
Super convenient for families.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And retail hubs like 163 Retail Park, Solaris Mont Kiara, also just a short walk. It really centralizes things.
Okay, sounds great. But there's always a but, right? What's the catch?
Well, the connectivity conundrum, as I sometimes call it. Highway access is fantastic. Sprint. The NSC, Duke, they're all easy to get onto.
Yeah. But you are almost totally reliant on having a car. Public transport options are, frankly, limited in the immediate area.
Okay.
And that means traffic, Mont Kiara traffic is, well, it's notorious. It's just a reality you have to factor in.
Right. So convenience in the immediate vicinity, but potential headaches getting further afield.
Precisely. It's a trade-off. But while that's a daily consideration for residents, it tells a slightly different story for investors.
Okay, let's switch gears then. This is where it gets really interesting for you, the investor. What's the angle here?
Well, the core idea, the investment thesis for MK28 is pretty straightforward. Think of it as a blue chip asset for long-term rental income.
Okay, income focused.
Yeah.
Not quick capital gains.
Exactly. Right? Not speculative flips. Its capital value has actually been remarkably stable. The median price is around RM 759 per square foot. It peaked around 2012, 2015, and has shown modest, steady growth since. It holds its value.
Stable. In this market, stable is good. What about the income side, the yields?
That's the strong point. Rental yields are solid and consistent. Right now, we estimate between 5.5% and maybe 6.1% for the larger units. And interestingly, they seem to be strengthening.
What's driving that?
It's really the demand from corporate-sponsored expat families. That segment is quite resilient, and it's anchored heavily by how close it is to those big international schools.
The school factor again?
Always. Plus, you have the assurance that comes from the developer, UEM Sunrise, a government-linked company, very reputable.
All right, solid backing.
And their management arm, SCM Property Services, actually won a gold award back in 2017. So proven award-winning management.
That definitely adds confidence.
Yeah.
So even though the overall price tag for a unit is high because they're so big,
Correct.
the price per square foot is actually competitive compared to newer luxury places popping up in Mont Kiara.
Yes, that's a key point. It makes it an attractive entry point if your focus is purely on generating reliable rental income. You get essentially more proven space and quality for your ringgit compared to some brand new builds.
Got it. So a proven asset for income investors.
Exactly. So just to sort of wrap it up for you, if you're looking for a home, MK28 offers fantastic space, privacy, great facilities right in that expat hub, but you have to embrace the car culture and the traffic.
Right.
If you're an investor, it's a solid income-generating machine.
Yeah.
Proven management, resilient tenant base, best viewed as a long-term hold.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
So what does this all boil down to for you? Here's a thought I want to leave you with. In a property market that's always changing, sometimes the properties that age gracefully, the ones that hold their value and appeal, do so because of management, exceptional proactive management.
That's very true. Often overlooked.
It really is. So maybe consider just how critical that behind-the-scenes work is, how much it truly shapes long-term value, and just as importantly, the actual livability of a place. Something to think about.